Welcome to Live at the Hive. We have two great acts for you tonight. First up, we have Sam Henry, followed by LARAYNE. So, without further ado, Sam Henry.
Was a small town, a small crowd, the worst place to lose a lover. I'm still seeing you around, even though I try to take cover and I stop staring at you, but only when you can see. I've got to try to recover, then I try to pretend that I'm over you, but baby, obviously I ain't over that long blonde hair swaying in the air, begging me to pull you in closer in tight-ripped jeans. You know what I mean when I say you're winning me over. The way you stared into my eyes that day makes me wish I'd never let you go, 'cause I ain't over anything about you. Anything about you. I've been on first dates, but they ain't the same as the spark between you and me, girl. I'm still trying to hide the pain, even though I know it's my fault, and I stop staring at you, but only when you can see. I've got to find a new normal, then I try to pretend that I'm over you, but baby, obviously I ain't over that long blonde hair swaying in the air, begging me to pull you in closer, and hazel eyes that made saying goodbye feel like my life was over. The way you stared into my eyes that day makes me wish I'd never let you go, 'cause I ain't over anything about you. I spend most of my time just drinking and wishing you were with me, and I'm thinking it's my fault that I led you this far. We could have been riding into the sunset, but even the whiskey don't let me forget that it was me. Couldn't agree to disagree. I hope you're over me, but I ain't over that long blonde hair swaying in the air, begging me to pull you in closer, and tight-ripped jeans. You know what I mean when I say you're winning me over. The way you stared into my eyes that day makes me wish I'd never let you go, 'cause I ain't over anything about you. Oh no, I said anything about you. No, I ain't over anything about you. I ain't over anything about you. Thank you. Well, good evening. Welcome to Live at the Hive. My name's Sam Henry, and I am here to represent the Sam Henry Band. We have an exciting trip coming up. We're leaving tomorrow morning to go to Nashville to record our first album together, 6 of our original songs, one of which you just heard, and that's what I'm going to be playing for you tonight. So it's going to be a shorter set, and that first one will be our single. It's called Anything About You. Here's a song that's also very special to me, one that I wrote a while back, and it's called Nightmare. I had a dream I lost you, wish that I could take you back. But taking you for granted, you deserve more than that. Now I'm wondering, how did we ever get this far? Looking at the bruises on your ever-loving heart. A dream without you is more like a nightmare, and a life without you is one I couldn't even bear to live. I know that there are times when it seems like I just don't care, but truth is, without you, my life would be a nightmare. Give me another chance, I'll give you everything I've got. I'll give you my best shot. Looking at the future, wondering if we can last. Knowing we won't get far if I don't get to changing fast. Still I'm wondering, how did we ever get this far? Looking at the bruises on your ever-loving heart. Your heart. A dream without you is more like a nightmare, and a life without you is one I couldn't even bear to live. But what can I expect, 'cause I don't even deserve you. So why do you come back when you know that you don't need to? Give me another chance, I'll give you everything I've got. I'll give you my best shot. Oh, the way you hold me, you never stop trying to get to know me. You deserve my all. You deserve my all. A dream without you is more like a nightmare, and a life without you is one I couldn't even bear to live. I know that there are times when it seems like I just don't care, but truth is, without you, girl, my life would be a nightmare. Give me another chance, I'll give you everything I've got. I'll give you my best shot. Give you my best shot. Girl, I'll give you my best shot. In the room, all I have to do is turn my head and I'll see her. I just want a view that's not a flying banner of how much it hurts. But then I see you giving me that side glance, trying to get me with your friends, sailing compassion on an open wound. So I'm in the sound booth trying to get me some space to feel these emotions I've been working through. So what if I told you that I wasn't ready to lose myself in the lights in your eyes? 'Cause my heart is a little unsteady, girl, can't you see it in my eyes? Oh, now I wonder what you're trying to do, looking in my eyes and telling me to think straight and be strong and move on. Now I wonder what you want from me, looking in my eyes seeing misery. It ain't your fault that I ain't that strong. Now it ain't your fault that I ain't even that strong to break up and make up an act that says I'm okay. Ooh. friend. I ain't looking for another love that just won't last. But then I see you giving me that side glance, trying to get me with your friends. Sweet sour poison on an open wound, but I'm in the sound booth. Can you give me some space to sort out these feelings I have for you? But what if I told you that I wasn't ready to lose myself in the lights in your eyes? 'Cause my heart is a little unsteady, girl, can't you see it in my eyes? Oh, now I wonder what you're trying to do, looking in my eyes and telling me to think straight and be strong and move on. Now I wonder what you want from me, looking in my eyes, seeing misery. It ain't your fault that I ain't that strong. No, it ain't your fault that I ain't even that strong to break up and make up an act that says I'm okay. Thanks so much. So there's the first three songs. You probably could tell there was a little something in common between them. Here's for a little more upbeat and happy song. This is one that I wrote kind of inspired by my own life and some friends I have. It's called Just Another Honky Tonk Night. Punching that clock day after day, every day of the week. When the nighttime scene is where he wants to be. Changing clothes in a bathroom stall after a long hard week. Cowboy boots and a guitar make a young man's dreams. His dreams, they guide him, and where he has been is nowhere like where he is gonna be. So play another show, call another bar, strum another chord on your old guitar, sing another song, make him sing along, pour another drink, baby, make it strong. And night after night, make him feel alright, yeah, man. It's just another honky-tonk night. Singing those songs night after night from that same old stage. But she's a-heading for Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, this old town day after day feels like a cage. 'Cause under the lights is where she wants to be. Their dreams, they guide them, and where they have been is nowhere like where they are gonna be. So play another show, call another bar, strum another chord on your old guitar, sing another song, make him sing along, pour another drink, baby, make it strong. And night after night, make him feel alright, yeah, man. It's just another honky-tonk night. It's just another honky-tonk night. Ooh, play another show, call another bar, strum another chord on your old guitar, and sing another song, make him sing along, pour another drink, baby, make it strong. And night after night, make him feel alright, yeah, man. It's just another honky-tonk night. Just another honky-tonk night. Thank you. So that's that one's very near and dear to my heart. And if you liked what you just heard, and you'd like to hear that on steroids, come to a Sam Henry Band show here in Boise. If you'd like more information, go to my Facebook, which I hope will be in the link for this, Sam Henry Music. And on Instagram, it's going to be Sam Henry Music 00, music spelled M-U-Z-I-C 00. All the other usernames were taken. Anyway, that's our song, Just Another Honky Tonk Night. And let's bring the volume down just a bit on my end. This is a quieter song. Actually, just completed this song in the recent past. Spent our last $100 on dinner in a hotel room. Took some change from the console, 'cause we're running on fumes. Girl, when I'm with you, money just don't matter. All I need is you. Give me backseat love or the old Crown Plaza, as long as I'm with you. I'll be pinching pennies, saving cash, just to treat you like the queen you are. I'll be working late on every stage, till they drop them tips in the mason jar. And I know you don't care about if it's PF Chang's or in and out, but someday, baby, when we make the scenes, I'll never forget days of boots and blue jeans. No, no. Looking out from the front porch with dinner and a 5-star view. All the change that I've been through, still I haven't lost you. Girl, when I'm with you, money just don't matter. All I need is you. Give me backseat love or the old Crown Plaza, as long as I'm with you. I'll be pinching pennies, saving cash, just to treat you like the queen you are. I'll be working late on every stage, till they drop them tips in the mason jar. And I know you don't care about if it's PF Chang's or in and out, but someday, baby, when we make the scenes, we'll never forget the days of boots and blue jeans. Well, they say home is where the heart is, and girl, my heart is still with you. If cash is king, then you're my queen, and honey, you're my dream come true. Yeah, oh, my dream come true. I'll be pinching pennies, saving cash, just to treat you like the queen you are. I'll be working late on every stage, till they drop them tips in the mason jar. And I know you don't care about if it's PF Chang's or in and out, but someday, baby, when we make the scenes, I'll never forget the days of boots and blue jeans. Spent our last $100 on dinner in a hotel room. Days dragging by when I'm sitting here all alone, knowing I'm a fool if I keep on checking my phone. Wishing you were by my side and I was singing you this song. life without you, girl, it just feels so wrong. Maybe wishful thinking's got another victim. Romance is a disease that only afflicts some. So I wish I could look ahead and see if it could be you in my future. Cause I've been looking back, remembering times with you. And I've been thinking I wish I could look ahead and see what I gotta do to win you over. Cause I wanna be looking back on these days when it is just you and me without you. The days till I see your smile again, knowing that I'll have another broken heart to mend. Oh, so please don't let me down, just don't let me down too fast. Cause loneliness is a desolate forecast. Maybe wishful thinking's got another victim. Romance is a disease that only afflicts some. So I wish I could look ahead and see if it could be you in my future. Cause I've been looking back, remembering times with you. And I've been thinking I wish I could look ahead and see what I gotta do to win you over. Cause I wanna be looking back on these days when it is just you and me without you. I wish I could look ahead and see if it could be you. Cause I've been looking back, remembering times with you. Oh yeah, and I wish I could look ahead and see what I gotta do. Cause I wanna be looking back on these days when it is just you and me without you. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name's Sam Henry. I'd love to play more songs for you. The band leaves first thing in the morning to go to Nashville. If you'd like to stay up to date with that project, it's going to be 6 of these songs. You heard every one of them tonight. And if you'd like it in your hands or on Spotify, follow Sam Henry Music on Facebook and Sam Henry Music 00, Sam Henry MUZIC 00 on Instagram. And I'd love to connect with you. Thank you guys for having me, and we look forward to hearing LARAYNE.
Music's an amazing thing. I think, you know, me being biased toward music, I think it should be in everybody's lives. My name's James. I currently participate/run the GI Jam over at the Boise Hive. I was in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years, and this is just really a program for veterans to come and play music. Doesn't even matter what kind, you know, just any kind, and just to come and hang out with other people The group was created for veterans by me about a year and a half ago. Since then, we've just been kind of doing it. We show up and we play. We also have sometimes non-veterans, their veterans and their families come, and they are very talented sometimes, and they come in and play. But this is like a zero judgment kind of place, You can be any skill level of musician. You don't even have to be a musician. You can come and just listen. And we do this Sundays from 2 to 5, depending on numbers. Sometimes we'll go 2 to 6 on Sundays here at the Boise Hive.
This is Ann Padilla from the Boise Hive. During coronavirus times, we want you to know at the Boise Hive that we are here for you. This has been a long 2 months for a lot of folks. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and a lot of people are isolated. And if you have had trauma in the past, this pandemic is going to probably accentuate some of that trauma. We want you to know that we're here to help you. You may not know during these times that if you happen to sign up for the Medicaid Affordable Care Act that had open enrollment in November and December of 2018 and 2019, you are eligible for mental health services. We at the Hive would like to get those people who don't know that they have this to counseling if they so desire. One thing that we are taught when working with suicidal people or people that we think may be suicidal is to listen. Listen and observe the person that you are interested in or concerned about. The other thing is to ask hard questions. It's really true that people do not feel safe or comfortable asking the hard question of, are you suicidal? I think most of us are unsure about that because we don't know what we do when somebody says yes. One thing you can do is you can call the Idaho Suicide Hotline, and and the people there will walk you through what to do next. If it's emergent, you could call 911 and have somebody go for a welfare check on the person that you're concerned about.
Sam Henry Band. So Sam, you're headed to Nashville, right? Yeah, are you excited, nervous, scared? How are you feeling?
Well, I'm definitely a little bit nervous. This is my first time recording down there. I've been down there in the past, but it's never been for this purpose. So I'm really stoked. This has been my dream for a long time. So yeah, I'm more excited than nervous, but the nerves are there, and the nerves are what propel you to give you a great show.
All right, Sam, are you from Boise?
So I'm originally from Milwaukee area in Wisconsin. Go Packers. And I moved to Boise with my family. My dad and mom moved us all when I was 14. Been here 7 years and love it.
Alrighty, so how does the Boise music scene differ from the one in Wisconsin?
That's a really good question. I wasn't super involved in the music scene in Wisconsin. However, I did hear a lot of polka, traditional German polka and waltz. And there were a lot of immigrants and, offspring of immigrants from Germany, specifically Pomerania. So I grew up listening to a lot of traditional German music. And as far as Boise's concerned, I see a lot of folk, country, and that's kind of what got me into it. I was just surrounded by this farming community initially when I first moved here. We landed out in New Plymouth, and I'm a country boy at heart. Grew up on a really country acre, fishing, hunting, and I just saw the country music here, and it kind of inspired me to continue in that pathway.
Yeah. All right. Well, listening to your songs, I noticed kind of this overall theme. So what inspired you to write those songs?
Well, with one exception, the songs are deeper than just my feelings for a girl at one point or another. They mean new things to me as I grow old, and older, and they meant one thing to me as I was younger. So, yeah, a lot of them were inspired by special girls in my life, and except for Honky Tonk Night, just another Honky Tonk Night. That one is one that that hit me as, here's where I'm at, here's where I'd like to be, and it inspires me to keep moving forward.
How do you keep moving forward, and why do you have that need to just keep going?
Well, I am super passionate about people and music. I love people, I love music, and that's why I do what I do, and that's why this band has been formed. They've become my good friends. Tommy Fedak, Thomas Tubbs, and Charlie Bounds become my best friends. They're excellent musicians, and it's for the people, and it's for the love of the game, and that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah. We're in this pretty hard pandemic, and there's not a lot of love going out there. And some people are in some really hard times. What would you say to those people who are in hard times, who can't feel the love? And what would you say to kind of inspire them and encourage them to keep going just as you are?
That's a good question. I've been affected by COVID. Both my grandparents last year around this time were diagnosed with COVID, and they didn't make it. And so, yeah, it's definitely affected me, and I still don't want to live in fear because of the pandemic. And I just like to say to anyone who's watching, like, take your precautions, absolutely, but don't live in fear. And this thing is going to run its course, but we're going to keep living. If you're quarantined, write more songs. That's kind of what I say. Make a lemonade out of the lemons life gives you.
I like that. So here at the Hive, it's not just about the music. It's also about mental health and suicide awareness. How has suicide impacted your life?
Well, I've definitely seen people around me, thankfully not too many, come face to face with those thoughts. And I've come face to face with those thoughts, just being totally open and honest. And I'm not in that place anymore, but it's a real deal. And I am not a clean slate mentally, you could say. I've definitely gone through my share of struggles. Like, I think with the creativity package that artists are given, I think a lot of sensitivity and awareness comes that a lot of people just don't have or they have it in different areas. And for me, that's resulted in a lot of challenges. And I look at them as challenges. I don't look at them as setbacks, because I believe I have what it takes to be what I want, and I believe that for everybody. And that's why I appreciate what Boise Hive is all about. It's because it helps people like myself overcome challenges. So.
All right. When people listen to your music, how do you expect them to feel?
Well, I hope not to determine too much. I like to leave room for personal interpretation when people hear my songs, but my goal when I'm writing these and developing them is to create a relevant and real experience. It's something that more than one of us has gone through that somebody can relate to.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, well, I hope to be touring nationally. I love the live show. I love doing live streams, don't get me wrong, and I also love face-to-face performance, interacting with the audience, and the band is about one heart at a time, and I want to do that nationally.
And how will you get there?
I believe it's about the hard work. I believe some of it's about talent, but I also realize there are so many people who are greater in talent than me, but I think hard work can get a guy anywhere. Hard work can trump talent any day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, we have just heard from Sam Henry. Next up, we have LARAYNE. So don't go anywhere, and we will be right back.
Thank you.
Yep.
One of the things that I had trouble with when I was growing up in Boise was finding musical resources and finding places to feel like I could express that and develop in that way.
Having a musician's resource center in Boise has been a unique type of environment.
It's a very relaxed, amazing resource. I just kind of fell in love with it. It offers so much and so little people know about it.
My first impression of the Hive was this seems like a pretty cool open space. There's a band jamming and they were playing and I was coming to talk about volunteering.
Hey guys, we're listening to each other. We could start a writing or something.
Well, I was trying to find a band and some people to play with, and well, I showed up to the Hive and well, now I'm in a band.
There's a better community here. A lot of different bands and a lot of people who are starting music, but then also a lot of people who've done music for a long time, and we all seem to get together even though we have such differences, and it works out really good.
I know I've talked to multiple people in multiple bands that have said that having a low-cost space to be able to practice and be able to rehearse their sets and even just meet people and try stuff out has been really valuable for them.
That's part of the culture of the Hive. It's just a really positive experience of mentorship and collaboration.
There's a lot of kids that are in high school that can't come to some of our shows in downtown because everything's 21 plus.
It's an all ages sober environment no matter what day of the week it is or how late it is.
People are really excited to have an opportunity to show what they've worked on and what they're accomplishing, and there's a lot of original music.
The Hive is ran on volunteers and donations, and I feel like everybody has the ability to give one of those. You have time, you have resources, even old equipment, it'll get used in some way. I feel like everybody, if they really knew what this place did, they'd want to help out more.
It's incredibly important to have things like this and to give musicians, especially young musicians, access to things like this so they can feel like there is there is something there for them.
For those out there that don't know, I was homeless, living in my car for most of last year. I won't go into detail about that, but this is one of the songs that I wrote during that time.
Hard to sleep out under floodlights, so I park my car up in the forest. I'll get consumed by the blackness, where I'll finally get my rest. 'Cause everywhere I go is lonely, that I think will never change. I can't find some place that's homely when everything gets twisted, rearranged. Hard to sleep out in the gutter, so I'll rest my eyes in the park. I'll get ignored by all the people, but I'll be happy in the dark. 'Cause everyone is selfish, when all I want is their time. But everyone hates the homeless, so all I get is their petty, pity dime. Can't see the end to all my lousy trends that always push everyone away. But the fact that all I know is that I just don't know, it's what keeps me going another day.
And we are back with Live at the Hive. We have just heard from Sam Henry, and up next we have the lovely LARAYNE. So, without further ado, Lori, let's do this.
There were no words left after all the things I'd said. We set off together for a quiet walk to listen to Quartz Mountain talk. We lost our footing long ago before we climbed the mountainside. Our future together flared up so bright until it was lost behind the clouds. Prisms shattering all around, shimmering tension through the ground. The earth groans and shakes on Quartz Mountain. A cold throne fit for my ungowning. We exchanged stones one last time. Ragged pink gems trying so hard to shine. Shattered dreams on Quartz Mountain, prisms of what will never be. There's nothing left to say except I'm so sorry. Prisms shattering all around, shimmering tension through the ground. The earth groans and shakes on Quartz Mountain. A cold throne fit for my ungowning. We exchanged stones one last time. Ragged pink gems trying so hard to shine. I guess we'll try it all again. Someday someone else will come along. We'll just stay broken until then, haunted by Quartz Mountain song. Sparks flying, catching fire. When it's all burned up, we can start again. The earth groans and shakes on Quartz Mountain. A cold throne fit for my ungowning. Shattered dreams on Quartz Mountain. Damn trying so hard to shine. Thank you. I'm LARAYNE. That song is called Quartz Mountain. It's about a place kind of up by McCall. It's called Crystal Mountain. And the whole thing is kind of made of quartz. And you can throw rocks at it at night and see the sparks. This next one is called Beware Sweet Lies. And it is about the kind of people it's best to avoid. People who lie to you. Beware the sweet lies from the snake oil man. He'll convince you that you're hurting, but that he's got a plan. Take this potion today to make your headache go away. He'll have a cure tomorrow for your spiritual malaise. Self-loathing is the advertising man's game. The self-righteous hurt you and they don't feel any shame. The snake oil man will sell you sickness for a dime. They'll lie to you once, they'll lie 10,000 times. The truth won't cost a penny, but you'll pay for your fears. Beware the sweet lies that are whispered in your ear. you that you're perfect, that he's got a plan. Walk you through the gallery of youth and immortality. He'll cure your reality if you'll buy his brand. Self-loathing is the advertising man's game. The self-righteous hurt you and they don't feel any shame. A snake-oiled man will sell you sickness for a dime. They'll lie to you once, they'll lie 10,000 times. The truth won't cost a penny, but you'll pay for your fears. Beware the sweet lies that are whispered in your ear. And they'll smile while you drown. Self-loathing is the advertising man's game. The self-righteous hurt you and they don't have any shame. The self-righteous lie, they don't have any shame. They'll lie to you once, they'll lie 10,000 times. The truth won't cost a penny, but you'll pay for your fears. Beware the sweet lies that are whispered in your ear. Thank you. All right, I have a slow song now. It's about time for one of those. This one's called Waiting. It's kind of a heartbreak song. One more day and I'll feel better. One more year and I'll be over you. One more lifetime and I'll be free from you. Then I'll start a band. Life can't wait while I take this path. I'll live forever, I'm not rushed by death. Squander my days while I keep you away. Whisper my regret in my last breath. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Never felt so in love before. I can't live this life of lies anymore. But this wasn't in my plan. I don't mind waiting to live. I'll take my chances that you'll forgive my preference for loneliness. Then I'll start a band. A few more years and maybe I'll be ready. Shed a few tears and now I'm steady. This life of lies is good enough for me. She writes the lyrics and I try to sing. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I've never felt so in love before. Can't live this life of lies anymore. But this wasn't in my plan. Pretty in your bedroom. You look pretty in your bedroom. I'll paint a portrait of your lips soon. Then I'll start a band. A few more days and maybe I'll feel better. One more year and maybe I'll be over you. When I die, I'll be free from you. Then I'll start a band. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I've never felt so in love before. I can't live this life of lies anymore. But this wasn't in my plan. Thank you. All right, I got another angry one next. I know, I can't get enough of them. I'm not like angry in my daily life. I get it all out on the banjo, I think. That's what music is for, right? So this one, it's called The Turning of the Worm, and that's a saying, it's an old saying. basically someone treats you bad and you let them, more or less. And then one day the worm turns and you don't let them treat you like that anymore. So kind of a song about narcissists too. Yeah, boo, narcissists. The black narcissus grows wild, nurtured by your endless bile. Hidden behind your reflection, the stench betrays your mask of perfection. Even the most pathetic worm will look you in the eye one day and turn, cut itself in half and squirm beyond your reach. Those early days are a soft haze, charm and praise, loving gazes, displays of affection, all misdirection, poison roots of your infection. Even the most pathetic worm will look you in the eye one day and turn, cut itself in half and squirm beyond your reach. I don't know when you latched my collar. I don't remember falling into your squalor, but I'll never forget the moment I met your eyes and refused consent. Even the most pathetic worm will look you in the eye one day and turn, cut itself in half and squirm beyond your reach, beyond return. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take a break from the banjo. I'm going to play the keyboard for the first time ever. I'm going to have practice. Okay. This song is called January. I wrote it in January. It's kind of about New Year's resolutions and self-care, stuff like that. Another morning, dream tears from goodbyes, but my bed isn't empty with no one on your side. Another sunrise, pot of coffee for one, another chance for beginnings to become. After all these hard years, I'm starting to feel the sun on my face and the warmth of cold steel. Don't wanna speak loudly or say it too early, but I'm starting to see what my new life could be. First time in a long time, feels good to feel lonely, to make the long climb down and give in to sleep. Another morning, I feel the tide turning, and I'm not lost at sea, I'm not waiting for a dream. After all these hard years, I'm starting to feel the sun on my face through the winter's cold steel. Don't wanna speak loudly or say it too early, but I'm starting to see what my new life could be. Thank you. All right, this next song I recorded on my album at the Chop Shop Studios. I released it last April. I've never performed it live. This is my first time doing it on the piano too. So here it goes. Yeah. Chop Shop, Andy A. Yeah. Okay. One foot behind the other, 10-foot pole between me and her. No one can touch her like I can. Look how I look after her. She's no good, she's so unpretty. She wallows in self-pity. Unlikable and lovable and kissable and fuckable. She's too much and not enough. Never gonna let him touch her like that. She's worth more than that, but I have no standards. Ruin me with your hands. She's no good, she's so unpretty. She wallows in self-pity. Unlikable and lovable and kissable and fuckable. She's too much and not enough. She has everything to offer. 2 for 1, 3 for 1, yes sir, take it all. Empty her, take all of her. She's no good, she's so unpretty. She wallows in self-pity. Unlikable and lovable and kissable and fuckable. She's too much and not enough. One foot behind the other. 2 for 1, 3 for 1, yes sir, no one can touch her like I can. Look how I look after her. She's no good, she's so unpretty. She wallows in self-pity. Likeable and lovable and kissable and fuckable. She's too much and she's no good, she's so unpretty. All those girls in self-pity. Unlikable and lovable and kissable and fuckable. She's too much and she withstood the lie so pretty. Gallows with a hidden key. Tear it down, piss on the rubble. What if she's enough? Thank you. Okay, back to banjo. Okay, I have a song that's not angry. It's called Soon. And it's about having a crush on someone. I have a loose wire on my banjo, so it's making some funny noises. All right, so this song is not on the album I released, but I put it out on all the streaming services. Like I say, it's called Soon. If you don't kiss me soon, think I'm gonna kiss you. I'll just lean into your arms. What you gonna do? You're gonna kiss me back. Oh, was I imagining that? Caught you looking at me, got me wondering what you see. You got me seeing stars, want you to hold me like your guitar. Touch me like I'm your strings, like I'm your everything. If you don't kiss me soon, think I'm gonna kiss you. I'll just lean into your arms. What you gonna do? You're gonna kiss me back, oh, was I imagining that? Caught you looking at me, got me wondering what you see. You kept me waiting so long, got me thinking maybe I'm wrong. But when you say hello, something in me just knows. If you don't kiss me soon, think I'm gonna kiss you. I'll just lean into your arms, what you gonna do? You're gonna kiss me back, oh, was I imagining that? Caught you looking at me, got me wondering what you see. If you don't kiss me soon, you don't kiss me soon, you don't kiss me soon. Thank you. Very kind of you. Right, I have another angry song. Yeah. All right, this one's called Ghost. Anyone who's dated any time in the past 10 years probably knows what this one's about. I went out and bought your favorite drink, but you never came. Went to pour it down the sink, 100 burning mouthfuls of shame. Tasted the bottle with the tip of my tongue. Let the bourbon warn me how you might have done. I was happy alone until you came along. Let me hope for a moment, strung me along. Let my head spinning, not even a beginning. And I sit and I wonder what the hell went wrong. I put on my best underwear. I knew we wouldn't go there, but you never know. I turned my lights off at midnight, sprawled on my bed in the moonlight, let my skin breathe in the cool night. I was happy alone until you came along, fed me hope for a moment, strung me along, let my head spinning, not even a beginning. And I sit and I wonder what the hell went wrong. I know I shouldn't take it personally. You really don't even know me. But all the same, can't help feeling it was some fucked up game. Did you win? Did it make you feel good? Did it turn out the way you hoped it would? I was happy alone until you came along. Fed me hope for a moment, strung me along. Let my head spinning, not even a beginning. And I sit and I wonder what the hell went wrong. What the hell went wrong? Thank you. I'll never tell who that was about. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more. This one's called Caravan Parade. I lived in England for 11 years, and the first 3 years I was there, I was technically homeless. I lived in a 15-foot camp trailer, in the kind of place that you might see on the movie Snatch. And they call camp trailers caravans there. So that is why The song's Caravan Parade. It's about being very cold in England. The last one flew off long ago, beating the damp winds loud and slow. Abandon us at the harbor. She demanded her royal pardon. We shiver and shake in our boxes of decay. Mold on our clothes, debts to pay. We parade down the caravan promenade. Lost, broken, betrayed. The lost, the broken, the betrayed. Carnivores in cardboard homes, sleeping in shadows, hunting alone. Broken souls, broken wings, commoners under Her Majesty the Queen. We shiver and shake in our boxes of decay. Mold on our clothes, debts to pay. We parade down the caravan promenade. Lost, broken, betrayed. The lost, the broken, the betrayed. If these winter winds keep shaking me awake, I'll break, I swear I'll break. I'll find another way to pay for my mistake, but please, I swear I'll break. We shiver and shake in our boxes of decay. Mold on our clothes, debts to pay. We parade down a caravan promenade. Lost, broken, betrayed. The lost, the broken, the betrayed. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do it on the piano. Okay, like almost all my songs, I wrote this on the banjo, but I've recently started trying to play it on the piano. We'll see. This one's called Time. You had every right to ask me if I'm available emotionally. I didn't know how to answer then, but I hope someday you'll ask me again. I've been taking some time. I know you've got questions for me, but I'm not ready to define how I feel. But I'm learning to be angry finally, and turns out I'm not fine. Turns out I need more time, so I've been taking some time. I've been taking some time. And the best I felt all summer was out alone on the water, drifting through the lily pads. No one around to see me feeling sad. I've been taking some time. I know you've got questions for me, but I'm not ready to define how I feel. But I'm learning to be angry finally, and turns out I'm not fine. Turns out I need more time, so I've been taking some time. I've been taking some time. I've been passing my time, staying up late, drifting off outside, waking up underneath the stars. My first thought is, I wonder where you are. I've been taking some time. I know you've got questions for me, but I'm not ready to define how I feel. But I'm learning to be angry finally, and turns out I'm not fine. Turns out I need more time, so I've been taking some time. I've been taking some time.
Thank you to Live at the Hive. This is such a great organization for everything they do in the community and for musicians and for mental health and all of that. So thank you so much for having Live at the Hive and for having me. Thanks. I'm LARAYNE.
music's an amazing thing. I think, you know, me being biased toward music, I think it should be in everybody's lives. My name's James. I currently participate / run the GI Jam over at the Boise Hive. I was in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years, and this is just really a program for veterans to come and play music.
Back at Live at the Hive. Well, we have all just had the pleasure of listening to LARAYNE. Lori, let me just tell you, to say you are talented would be an understatement. Okay. Are you from Boise?
Nope, not from Boise. I grew up in Colorado and southeast Idaho and then England, and I moved here about 5 years ago.
How does the music sound and the music kind of industry here differ from the music from where you're from?
I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so I never got to go to live music. So it's, everything about it is 100% better.
All right. So one of your songs was about lies. Have you been lied to, and how has that affected you?
Yeah, we've all been lied to. So that song is kind of about the lies from the advertising industry, the pharmaceuticals, and also generally just like self-righteous people. And I don't know, I think I'm a little anti-authoritarian, so if people lie to me, I get a little angry and I write songs about it.
Yeah. Alrighty, so in one of your songs, you mentioned self-care. What do you do for self-care?
So I'm trying a few things. I'm really trying to sleep more and actually cook for myself. I never used to cook for myself. I would cook for other people, but not for me. So I'm just making myself dinners, and it's these kind of little things that kind of teach you to respect yourself, like yourself a bit more, I guess.
Yeah. What does it mean to you to be here at the Boise Hive, and what does the Boise Hive mean to you?
This is such a special place. I used to come and practice here. I've had a band a few times, and so I would come here, and it was just really nice to have a safe, sober space to come and practice. So many band practices, it's like all about drinking and stuff, but here, having that option, and also everything that they do for the community, for mental health, for musicians. I have a lot of friends who have had services organized through the Hive, and also just the suicide awareness that the Hive does, all these kinds of things. It's absolutely my favorite organization. Yay, the Hive!
All right, who are some of your musical influences?
It's kind of all over the place, but I would say people like Johnny Cash and some of the old-time banjo players. There's someone called Cousin Emmy, and there's Olabelle Reed, things like that. And then just all kinds of different stuff. Dresden Dolls, things like that. Yeah.
So while I was watching you play the banjo, the way that your fingers were moving, I thought one was gonna fly off. How have you kind of trained your fingers to do that?
Well, I've had some physical therapy at times, but I don't know, just practice. It's kind of an unusual style of playing. It's called claw hammer. It's from like old Appalachia. And yeah, I used to play some bluegrass too, and they play very, very fast and they sing very, very high, and you just struggle to keep up until one day you can.
All right, you've talked a little bit about this, but what inspired your songs?
About 3 years ago, I started going through a lot of really kind of traumatic life changes, and sort of just woke up to a lot of things that weren't right in my life. And so that was also when I started playing music. I only started about 4 years ago. So writing songs was this kind of form of therapy for me. And then I started singing after that too. And there's just something about your own words and your own voice through music that there's nothing that compares to it.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, so in one of your songs, the last two words that you said, as far from what I could understand, was "she's enough." What would you say to someone at home who thought they weren't enough?
Yeah, that song is really, it's about trauma, and it's about people telling you terrible things, and then you turn that voice in on yourself. And so, the worst critic you'll ever have is yourself. So throughout that song, it's like, she's no good, she's not enough. And it's about turning around the narrative and just waking up one day and saying, well, what if I am enough? What if just me existing, what if that's enough? So it's that epiphany moment in that kind of journey.
All right, so you described a time when you were homeless in England. What was that experience like for you, and how did you rise up from it?
It was really hard. I mean, I lived a normal life in a lot of senses. I had a job in admin at the university, and so it kind of felt like a little bit of a dirty secret, really. And it was, physically just really hard. It was very windy in England, so I had a lot of sleep deprivation because it would shake the trailer and all that. But eventually, after 3 years, I kind of broke. I couldn't take it anymore, and I asked some friends and family for help to get out of the situation, and I was lucky enough that they came through for me, so I'm always going to be grateful for that.
So in your last song, you said this word angry, or sang it. So, what have been your strongest emotions in your songwriting?
I would say anger. Yeah. And it's a good thing, because one thing I learned, I've been going to therapy for a few years now, and one thing I learned is that if if things happen to you and you just bury it and you don't deal with it, then it comes out as anger, and depression, and you get stuck with that. And so one of the first steps of kind of coming out of that is being angry and letting it out, and then you start to feel your other emotions that you've suppressed, and you start to process things. And so I think anger, not hurting people, but just kind of letting it out in a healthy way, I think it's one of the most important steps in trying to have a happier life.
How have you gotten through your anger? And is being angry a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it can be both. I try and use music as my vent for anger. I've done martial arts too, and that's a really good, safe place for it. But yeah, I think it can be definitely useful. I think a lot of people don't allow themselves to be angry, and like I say, I think that leads to some pretty serious problems. So yeah, I would say the most useful thing I've ever done to start processing it in a healthy way is the music.
Mm-hmm. So in that same number, you sang about time. Is there ever enough time?
No, there's never enough time. No, yeah, that song, it's about, it was about the kind of the end of a relationship, and sometimes people are able to jump right into the next thing. But for me, I find it's useful to take some time to process, and before moving on. And that can be a relationship, or it could be, the death of a friend or something like that, and just not to push yourself to be okay straight away, because you're just not. You need time, and there's going to be some anger in the process, and so on.
All right. So my last question for you is, in your last song, one other thing I picked up on is "Not Fine." How did you become fine? Did you come fine. And what was that journey like?
Yeah, sure. My life is perfect now. You know, it's a roller coaster. I'm trying to instead of having it like that, just have a little more like that. So yeah, you know, there's some days where I look at my life and I just say, you know, I have everything. I really do. And then I have some really terrible days too. But I think just being honest with myself about it, rather than pushing myself too hard in different ways, you know, to be fine when I'm not, it's really helped, and I have more good days now.
All right, well, I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you for sharing your story. And I think that we're all better people, and we're just better having heard that. And so I want to tell you one thing. Lori, you are strong and you are enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we have just heard from Lori LARAYNE, and this is Live at the Hive. We'll see you next time. Thank you.